This is my 2003 GSXR Suzuki 750. And I'm going to do an oil change a filter, remove the spark plugs for a tune-up, and see how it goes. Let's get it. First, I'm going to start by warming up the bike so I get the good temperature so the oil will run right out. And now I'm going to go underneath the bike when the bike is warm, turn the bike off, and start unplugging the bung or the plug or whatever you want to call that nut that close the oil tank. Get that loose. Try to get that loose and run out all the bad oil. You see how black that is? That's not good for your bike. So you got to get all of that out. Let it run. Take your time. This is your bike, so you got to take your time and do everything properly. You know, this gives the bike more year on it, more reliable. Look at all that sludge. You don't want that going through your bike at all. At all. So now I'm gonna go ahead and open the oil tank. That way I could get an even airflow inside, so everything will run right out. No problem. Okay, now that's done. I'm gonna move this oil and replace the bung or the plug in the oil tank. Make sure you get that on properly. Get that out the way, you don't need a spill. Make sure that is nice and tight and won't fall out while you're riding. The vibration or anything make it pop out, so you got to make sure that's in tight properly. Now you could go ahead and start refilling the oil. Get a funnel in there and start refilling the oil. I'm using this brand. And make sure it says 10W40. That's for motorcycles. That's the grade I use. And your bike need 2.5 liters of this. There's a gauge there anyway to see when it's full. So you try to get it up to that line, to that margin. Not over, you don't want to flood the system. And make sure you keep watching, you don't want to overdo it. Take your time. Pour it in. If you make a little spill, you make sure you clean it up. Because when that's burning off the engine, it's going to smoke a lot. It's no problem, just a lot of smoke, which is fine. It burns off after a while. This is difficult trying to give the camera view and do my work at the same time, but I'm trying to make it happen for y'all, so it'll be easier for you when you do it on your own. That looks about right. Now you could go ahead, wipe all that excess oil, all that spill. Try to get as much as you can off the bike. And then remember to replace the cap for the oil. And that's it. That's it for the oil. now, you see that oil, how clean and pretty that is, in opposing to the one that came out. Oh man. Now it's time for the filter. Where are you, big guy? There you go. Now there's two ways to get to this filter. You could go from the front through the pipes. And I also got a filter pliers, ratchet, whatever you want to call it. And this is the filter I use. I thought it was easier. It would have been easier if I take the flaring off and work from the side of the pipes. There's a little opening there, and instead of forcing my hand between the pipes, I go from the side. There's gonna be oil still inside the old filter, so don't worry about it. Let's try to get it off. The filter they used before is a slightly big filter, so it's pressing on these pipes and it's very hard to come out. I'm trying to figure out how to get it out, but I'm gonna go get it. All you gotta do is twist it and turn it to the side while you're twisting, because I didn't want to break the pipes. Get back in there. I think I got it right. Don't worry about that spill. I mean, there was a little too much oil in the filter still. Make sure I get some of that dripping. So all of that is gonna burn off the pipe when you finish, so you don't have to worry about it. Look how black that is. Oh man. This bike was well in need of oil change. Get this open. What you want to do is, with the new filter, you want to pour half of the filter full with the with some oil, and make sure you get it on the ring as well for a good seal. When you screw it back on, make sure you get some on that O-ring. Get enough in there and just screw it right back on with the new filter. Get that in properly and just screw that on. And when you're putting in filters, it's always hand tighten. You don't need to use a wrench or anything to tighten it. Hand tighten only. So there it is. That's the new filter. I'm just going to go ahead and properly screw that on there. Like I said, keep wiping all the excess oil, because it's going to burn off later. So the less oil on the pipe is the less smoke and the less time frame for it to burn off. So you want to make sure you get all that oil off. And that's pretty much it for the filter. So now I'm going to go ahead Wipe off all that excess oil and put the flaring back. Get this out the way before I make a spill. I make a mess. And that's pretty much it. Get the flaring back on, and we good to go for the oil change. It's that simple, man. Listen, it's your bike. Just try to learn your bike as much as you can, man. Inside and out. It's not only about riding. You gotta know the bike in case you're out there and something happen. You could just hop off and do a little thing to get you to the mechanic, you know. Gotta help yourself a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be scared about mistakes or anything. It's your bike. Make a mistake, you pay for it. Just try not to. Oops. Just make sure you get all that flaring on properly. You don't want when you're riding, the wind go underneath the flaring and rips it right off. So you want to make sure you get all that screw right back in place where it was before. There's a little washer between this flaring and the screw, because the M4 muffler I have on is kind of big, so they had to put a little washer in between to go over the muffler. It's pretty cool. Fits perfectly. Oh, wrong one. Get that out of there. That's pretty much it. Now let's see. She flies right up. All that burn off gets really hot on them pipes. But yeah, as for the road, you just throw a little sand there, a little dirt, you're good to go. Street sweeping will take care of the rest. Yeah, that's it, man. Now we gonna go ahead and do the tune-up. And we're gonna take off the seat first, so we could ease the gas tank up. So you're gonna need to take those 2 screws out from the seat to get the seat up. Now the seat is up, you could go ahead and do the gas tank. It's 2 screws right at the neck of the bike for the gas tank. You just unscrew those. Make sure that the steering is straight so you could get over the so the gas tank could go up. You're gonna need something to keep that open so it don't fall on your head while you're working. So I just went and got an old mop stick, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the sensor for the filter, that black box right there, that's the air filter. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. One screw at the top to hold the filter down. You gotta remove the sensor from the side. Just a little clip, plug and play. So you just get that loose. Okay, now that's loose. We're gonna unscrew the fastener over the throttle body to get the filter up. It's like a little zip tie thing that clamps the filter down on the throttle body. So you gotta open it up to take it off. That's pretty much it. You don't want to go savage and just start pulling the filter box, because you don't want to break anything. So you take your time, make sure you look what you're doing. You take your time. That's all that is, man. Take your time. Everything is pretty much obviously in front of you. Just take your time to get there, man. Trust me. Now I'm trying to get to the coil. The coils for the spark plugs. It's a bit difficult because these things look like they haven't moved in ages. I don't want to break anything. That's the coil right there that I just turned. It's a little bit fastened in there, so all you gotta do is rock it to the side, and pull it up. Take your time. Time is the master in this one. So I'm gonna go from this side so you can see a little bit what's going on. And the snap-on tool I got, you gotta get the extension snap-ons. So you could drop down all the way in that hole to get that spark plug. The regular ones won't work. As you can see, you could get the snap-on tool where it has the magnet, but that one I got didn't have magnet, so I had to use my drill with the magnet tip. But it's still fastened. Make sure you get it properly. Then you use a magnet and take it right out. And that's that. You put the new one in, and you then you just go in the opposite direction, tighten that bad boy. You don't want to break the spark plug, so you don't want to use too much brute force at the end. Just a half a click, that's fine. Just get it tight and make sure it's in there. Look, this one, half a click. That's it. And you put the coil back in, you tighten it up, make sure it's in properly, and you move to the next one. So I did those two already on that side. I'm gonna try and see if I could get the other two on this side and get the camera out the way so you can see. And like I said, always be careful of the filter and the connections under there. You don't want to go too crazy and pop anything, blow anything, break anything, you know. Sometimes you gotta and I'm not doing nothing crazy with the screwdriver. All I'm doing is taking my little time to pry it out.
There, man. That's it.
That's it. And while I'm there, I'm trying to get the other one at the same time while the screwdriver is in my hand just to get it out. See if I could get it from this side. There you go. So now both of them is out. And you repeat the same step. Let's put this on the other side. Get it out the way. There you go. Coils is out, so now you just got to get back in there with the snap-on tool and take out the spark plugs. I'm going to go ahead and screw this bad boy out. Let's get this out of here. Get the drill. Go back with the magnet tip. Get that out of there. Get it out of here. Oh, nasty spark plug, man. Where the new joint at? Get these new spark plugs in. Let's See what happened, man. Just out here vibing, taking my time, getting this done. Jack of all trades, master of none, but still better than a master of one. Just gotta apply yourself, man. Take your time. Focus on what you're doing. Do your researches. And spend a bunch of money to do the same thing that you could take your time and do yourself. I mean, it's up to you. People always look the easier way out anyway. Let's just get this last. Oh, this is the second to last one. Either way, just get this in, get this done, and get the bike ready to park up for the season. The winter season is about to snow tonight. So you already know this look like it's it for the year until spring again. Get that in. Still have one more left. Let's see how we gonna get down there. The last one. Took care of that. Now let's hear her fire up and see what happens.